so much for having me over. Uh, Over to you now. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergio, for sharing and suggesting how music can bring a change. It can even stop the violence. So I believe, if you can share that with the government of India, they can share that music with the Kisan farmers, who are protesting, right? So it can help them as well,
Apples,
right?
apples and oranges, apples and oranges, Rajulji. Two different situations.
Right. So with this, we come to the last part of this, and we have received many questions. And I would request all our speakers if you can, share your thoughts and ideas. And before I start presenting those questions to you, I'll take a minute in explaining, what exactly we are doing with at school Lalaji Solutions. So I'll share my screen here. I'll just take a minute, and after that, we'll start presenting questions to all these speakers. Some of you are already aware what we are doing at school Lalaji Solutions. We are India's largest one-stop solution platform for educational institutions. We are present in 42 cities, working with somewhere around 4,500 institutions. We primarily work in three ways. We help institutions in three different ways. We help them in buying the right thing from right people at right price. We also help institutions in selling their old items like their old buses, generators, their old furniture. We also help institutions in raising money. That may be in terms of loan or in terms of financing. Why a platform like School Lalaji is needed, right? In last 10, 12 years in India, we have seen, thousands and, hundreds of new products and services are coming up. Now, Jaswinder sir has also launched a Sanskrit, language lab. So I believe he's the only player who has launched this lab. So it would be easy for schools to reach out to him. But just imagine if there are 100 people who are offering the similar product. So it would be very difficult for schools to meet everyone to understand their product and services. So here we come in. We understand your school. We understand your requirement. We also understand your your taste and other interests. Then we accordingly filter companies, and then we connect those companies with the school. And we also do the bulk negotiation with them, so we come to you with a discounted rate. Then these are the areas where we are working. We are helping schools and institutions, smart class, uniform insurance. We are doing all kind of insurance for schools. Diesel, we are supplying diesel to schools at their doorstep, cheaper than the market rate. Solar plant, language lab, security solutions, furniture, recruitment, music classrooms, healthcare, robotics, STEM STEAM labs, career counseling, stationery, digital marketing, IT solutions, educational tour, generators, learning tools, and finance. And we take the guarantee that will at least save your 5 to 7% of total expenditure. It is additional 5 to 7% additional generation of revenue. Like just one example, last year only we saved 2 crore 40 lakh rupees in bus insurance for different schools. These are some major highlights from last year. We did 8 megawatt solar installation, 3,000 bus insurance, 400 plus smart classrooms, 2,000 plus cameras, 350 plus training programs, 56 old buses we sold from one school to another. We installed a uniform in 42 schools. By the end of 2021, we aim to reach out to 10,000 institutions. We need your support, guidance, and blessings. So with this, I'll start the questions. I would request RP Singh sir if I can present the first question to you.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, sir. This question has come from Miss Mugdha Chawla. She's a teacher with Bharati Public School, Delhi. So Mugdhaji has asked, in fact, the first it has two parts. First part is she says a more clearer clarification how to implement such a policy, for third to fifth. Is the career deciding phase, but still there is no difference in art and science in 12th. So the two parts, if you can suggest some two or three ideas how to implement this policy and how what kind of change it would bring for the early child care education.
So about this choosing career thing at this stage is over ambitious for a child. So this area is the policy says. I'm not saying the policy's vision is to exposed children, all Indian children. This is called multilingualism and everything to everything. So equally, like science, arts, music, games, and with equal importance. And they would be doing maximum conceptualization by doing hands-on activities. So that means using head, hand, and heart. So it depends entirely on the. So guidelines are coming up. So we have to, if teacher is smart enough to design. So it again, when it was a deliberation, so some of the speakers also agreed upon it. That most of the schools, good schools, those are called inviting schools where I spoke about the children are cared for. So they are already doing these type of attributes and methods in which exactly NEP 20 suggests. So it
Right.
entirely depends upon the teacher how they are going to design and implement those activities for conceptual mapping. It is not just like rote learning method. It is conceptualization.
Right.
So this is and if child would be very much clear about the concept, and which is called high order thinking. So my part is also vocational education. I did one uh, fantastic course in India. It is called Transport Systems and Logistics Management. It is the part of the CBSE by now, and it was 100% job guarantee course. So we have why Germany, why France? So they are fantastic. They are starting vocational courses by the class 4 in Germany. So there is a difference of teaching exactly. So like Bloom's taxonomy about high order thinking. So this method NEP 20 says that we should use exactly in our teaching method about the high order thinking, like innovation, creativity, synthesis, application level of not only giving some questions and making it out. So by doing so, and then holistic report card. NEP also talking about holistic report card, which will be assessed by the student itself, and then peers, and then by the teachers, and constantly the child would be evaluated. So by the end of the year, and by the end of the education, like at the sixth or seventh or eighth and 10th and 12th, so, and it would be evaluated and deciphered or decoded by the artificial intelligence system that comes to the technology part.
Right.
And that technology is going to exactly identify what type of skills and attitude or capacities and competence this child is having, and this profession would be the best. I think I'm making some sense about it. So the child would be exactly going with the intent and the development and the taste and capacity of uh, the inner capacity, inherent capacities, and developing throughout. Not only the force thing that you have to study math since they want to make to the doctor, engineer, and the biology to want to make you doctor or magician. So here again, I would say since this Mr. Savio is represented himself beautifully about it. So I'd say that there is a research on Tendulkar. If Tendulkar might not be the cricketer, so what he might would be. So the research says that if any profession, any vocation he would have taken, he would be the fantastic number one in the world. So what exactly
Right.
what? So this exactly the capacities, the intent, the way this policy has been designed, and at the implementation level. So we would not be forcing anything to any child. So it is all
Right.
software like with
Right, sir.
evaluated by the multiple intelligence. So I think I'm clear about it.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Now I would request Mishra, sir. Sir, this question has come from Ms. Devina Nigam. She is the former principal with Jiva Public School, Faridabad. Devina ji has asked, what would be the key challenges for private schools in implementing this policy? So this was the question, and I'm adding another part. If you can suggest some solutions for those challenges, Mishra, sir. Sir, you are on mute. Yes, sir. Now,
Hello.
now it's okay. Yeah,
Hello. Am I
audible.
audible now?
Yes, sir,
Am
audible.
I? Okay. Very good evening to one and all. First, I would like to compliment Mr. Savio John for just explaining the importance of integration of music. Music, that is the performing art in education. I can say I do often say to my students and teachers also, one musician cannot be a killer. Musician cannot be murderer, cannot be killer, cannot be a criminal. So whatever the some negativity are developing the mind of the children with the help of the music, any kind of the stress can be removed. So it is very, very essential to make it compulsory that every child has to adapt to learn any musical instrument or vocal in any language, maybe Hindustani, maybe classical, maybe semi-classical. So a very good thing. And this emphasis has been given in this new education policy. Regarding implementation part, what the principal of Faridabad has just mentioned, expressed her concern. National Curriculum Framework 2021. They are just giving the roadmap. They are working on that, and they will give. I think by the end of the March, it will come. It will be public, available to everyone. So they will suggest and they will give the roadmap for the implementation. When 1986 National Education Policy was introduced, so main problem with that education policy was that it could not be implemented up to the 100% level in all the school with uniformity. So that's why that policy could not get the success and get the desired goal. So for that reason, the government of India is very, very particular about it and to give the practical approach through the NCF 2021 how to implement. Now implementation part, the role of management is also very important of the school. They have to be convinced and impressed upon by the principal and by the team of the school. They have to be also invited to some of this kind of discussions and attending the webinars and to make them realize what is the necessity uh, to just to be fulfilled and to be provided by the funding to develop the infrastructure of the school, to just have the resources, maybe the human resources, maybe some material resources like that. So in this way, let the NCF 2021 come out and thing will become crystal clear easier
Right,
for the
right,
implementation.
right, sir. Thank you, Mr. Sir. Jaswinder sir, I would request if you can take this one. This is again a very regular question to almost all our sessions. This is about the training for teachers. So it is being, it is being perceived by different educators that huge amount of training would be needed for teachers. So do we really have the capacity as a nation? Do we really have the capacity to train our teachers? What would be the key challenge? Sir, you are on mute.
Rajulji and other eminent members of the panel, the very first important thing is not that do we have the capacity, do we have the choice of not training them first? We don't have a choice. We will have to find ways and means of training them. One, I work with, like I told you, 3,000 schools, and we have till date trained 25,000 teachers on language usage of the software. What I keep telling a lot of directors and principals is you cannot import teachers. You have to develop your own teachers. Am I right, Dr. Singh and Mishra sir? That
Yeah, of course.
you can't import them. If you import a teacher, someday the teacher is going to go back to their comfort
Very
level.
true, sir. Very
Right?
true.
So what we have to work on is to use whatever ways to train them. Now, the first important thing is if you know around 15 years back, Intel came up with a project known as Teach to the Future. You know, they trained all the computer teachers of all the schools in India. How did they do that? Okay, They did that plan of train the trainer program, train the master trainers. So first they had master trainers who were working in a cluster, they further train, and that is the only way out. If the government comes up logistical ways or ways of doing that, because as it is, they have said some 50 hours of compulsory training is there, right? Required. My first point would be first analyze which our teachers need what level of training. That means assessments. It's like a blood test. आपको कौन सी दवाई चाहिए और कौन सी बीमारी है, right? Find out, categorize them, and do the training. A lot of repeated training will be not required, and teachers' interest would be maintained. So yes, it is possible. No, if we think that somebody is going to go and come and train everybody, it has to be a pyramid structure from up, and you keep going down and you train like the Sahodaya system mein, sir, वैसे था ही, the teachers were supposed to be trained. I don't know what has happened, but yes, you can train if you go by the train the master trainer purpose, and this is possible. Again, repeating, you need to find out who needs what kind of training. Not everybody. I mean, this can't be a one size fits all. It has to be a tailor-made training for different groups. So that's what I would put on.
Thank you, Sundarji. Now,
One thing,
Savio,
one
Sorry.
thing I
please,
would
sir.
like to mention here, that CBSE has just designed a very good planning for this training part. That CBSE has, besides the Sahodaya concept, CBSE has introduced one lead collaborator schools in every district. The best school producing the best result and very rich in infrastructures, the leading school. It may not be the DPS, maybe some other school also who is in the leading position has been nominated by the CBSE as the lead collaborator school and principal as the lead principal. And responsibility has been entrusted on those principals. These principals, for example, I am the lead collaborator principal of the two districts of Angul and Denkanal in Odisha. So I have got the fourth training by the CBSE 4 times. So they are training the principals, lead collaborator principals. They are organizing, linking the schools of the districts allotted to the principals. And in this way, the phase-wise training is going on. So just as you have organized these webinars, so every principal is expert and learned person in one another areas. So this is my role as the lead collaborator to just include and connect all these principles and to share the ideas and views, and then to just forward it to our teachers and organizing the training programs subject wise, then problem wise, area wise, in one on another schools. And we are calling the teachers of all these schools of the districts or two districts like that. So in these ways, for as the Mr. Jaswinder Singh sir told, that as a pyramid, from top towards the bottom will become the broader. Every schools will come in this connectivity and will not be spared. Training program will be organized by the CBSE in a very systematic and phased manner. Thank you.
Right, sir. Thank you, Mr. Sir. Thank you, Sundarji. Savio, I would request if you can take on this. This involves music. It is great to know that NEP has given importance to extracurricular activity like music. So how do you think it would be possible to introduce or facilitate music in our country? Because do we have that number of trainers, or that master trainer concept will work here as well? Savio.
See, there are a couple of things in the NEP right now. I will just try to answer this question in two aspects. Number one, there is a big need for creating a formal curriculum in music, and a need to highlight the local music, Indian music, which is the our Eastern music, and Western music as well. This free choice should be given to the students, and a lot of curriculum should not be forced down the throats of the children. I see that there is a very what do you call it? There is a lot of need for master trainers. There is a lot of need for specialized curriculum. Now, companies like us, we specialize in creating a curriculum, providing technology reinforcement, even when it comes to music. and providing a lot of equipment. So there are companies like us which can be contacted to solve this crisis of curriculum. Now, on the other hand, the other side of the answer is that the NEP also states a provision where local talent or eminent people in that field of arts can be called as master trainers, and there could be short programs which could be conducted. So this is one area through which we can solve the dearth of trained personnel and the curriculum as well. So on both the sides, I think it is not something which is rocket science, and if streamlined, I think we'll definitely get an answer for the problems like this.
Thank you, Savio. And I would request this will be the last question for the day. If you can take on this. This has been asked by Mr. Raj Shri. He's a PGT with St. Andrews Scott School, Delhi. How is it helpful in the skill development would be helpful for child at school level? Nidhi, am I audible to you? Okay, so I believe she'll be joining us back in the next moment. We can still see her, but I believe. Okay, so let's come to the last part of this, which is the concluding part. I would request all our speakers to share their concluding remarks. I also request Mishra sir and RP Singh sir. Sir, you have decades of experience. You have seen this entire industry or education world, getting evolved. So I would also request if you can share, one unique thought, which you have. If you get a chance to become a Minister of Education, of our country, and you would like to implement that, that one innovation as a priority. So I answer for Savio, I already know.